you'd like to go up to the microphone, let us take a look at it and we'll ask if you have any questions. So you brought it back and now it's just lining up with the front corners of the house
Yeah.
on each side and then going back and going around the perimeter.
Yeah.
Okay, and the height of it is 6 feet?
Yes.
And the color? This is aluminum, right?
It's black. Yeah.
Black? Okay. So they brought it back, not in the front anymore.
Second.
Ed Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. You're good, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
5B was removed from the agenda, so we're not seeing that. 5C, 11921 Northeast 12th Avenue, concrete driveway, Romaine. Hey. Good, thank you. Which one you here for tonight? Can you check them in, please? All right, smooth concrete driveway. They're now doing it 20 feet into your property line. You got the long on one side, you got the other on the other.
Right.
Looks like it meets our requirements. Just lot coverage really quick. You know if they supported, they submitted a lot coverage.
Sí, todo está listo. No entiende eso. You have to come here when.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that.
What is this register rainfall asphalt? What is that?
A drain inlet.
Huh?
I think it's a drain inlet.
Okay, but it says asphalt though. Or is that the wording, is that below, that's Asphalt Avenue?
Yeah, maybe that portion was that. That might have been the city did that.
Yeah, there's a spot there with some concrete and there's a drain
Yeah,
there.
but the asphalt that is around the drain, was that put in place by the village or was?
Is that,
I don't know, we purchased it like that. That's like,
but it's like concrete that's around the drain, right?
right,
Okay, so that has something to do with the drain.
right.
Okay, so that's an existing drain.
That's something that's been there.
Right. So the only thing that we're missing is, there's a form that shows, lot calculations. That
Okay.
has, you have to calculate how much of the front yard is covered.
Oh, who has the
Um,
form? You guys have the
It's
form?
part of when you upload the package to the website,
Uh-huh.
it's there. I mean, I think that it appears that you're under the 40%, but we need this form in order to confirm that.
Okay,
Um,
so the form is not completed. Do you have a
do we
picture?
have a picture of it or what? She's gonna check to see if it was, it was
Okay.
uploaded or
Yo sé
not.
que falta uno de eso, un papel, tenemos que llegar. Sí, yo os voy a enseñar, no sé,
Just one second.
okay. Pero ellos están hablando de eso, un papel que falta llenar. Ujú.
I mean, say, do they have the form? Just one second, please. She's
Yes.
just looking. Is that? Okay. So if, can I just have you come over real quick? One of you?
Yeah.
Just- So. This form has to be filled out? It just has to, you have to calculate the property and then you have to separate calculation the swale. the two. So you did it once before, you just have to update it now to the new design. It's very simple, just to do the calculation. Okay. You have a blank one? If- he has a blank one that he can give you. You want to make a motion to approve based on
Contingent to submitting the updated, lot coverage counts.
Yeah, second.
Ed and Scarlett, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. So we approved your plan, but you have to fill out that form and submit it before you can get your permit. The calculation. No, he's gonna give you a blank one, the gentleman, so just wait for him to come back. 5B or 5D, come on.
5B is not gonna be.
That's right, 5B, that's right.
And 5B is.
Are they here? Okay, 5A, I don't know who else came in, 6A, 6B.
6B is.
All right, so the next is gonna be 6B, 967 Northeast 117th Street, metal fence, PRPP 2 LLC.
Hello,
Hey, how are you?
how are you? How's,
Good, thanks.
how's everyone?
All right,
Waiting for the listing.
for that
The-
driveway to come up.
Oh, the driveway, yes. We're in the final push.
Okay, so lots of drawings here. Where's the survey?
Fourth page.
So I believe we did a 4-foot fence, 3 feet from the property line. Wraps around 15 feet off the front.
Okay, so we are doing a bump out on the driveway, okay? Side, on the 10th Avenue side, I'm sorry.
Correct.
Hard for me to see. How far is that out? Like a
5
gate?
plus 9'6", and then 15 feet setback.
So it's 14.6 out. Okay, so the max is 15 out. You can't go past 15 out.
And it probably
Nope.
is 15 because the 5 foot for the fence doesn't actually touch the wall. So
No closer than 15 to the front property line. So as long as you have that 15. And then over on the other side, your aluminum fence. What is that side setback? I can't,
3 foot on 10th Avenue South.
and you're doing 4 feet?
4 feet fence, correct.
And what type of fence is this?
It's aluminum.
What's the style?
The style, it's
You got a detail for a chain link fence. Is that for the sides?
no, it's for the back and the rear inside. So it's like it's concrete base with aluminum posts,
There's a-
very close to each other.
an elevation. SD one, bottom right.
Okay,
with
So-
Low knee wall with vertical pickets.
Correct. It's gonna be black aluminum or
but is it got, hold on, is it a horizontal? Because I got like a bunch of
It's
different.
vertical.
They're vertical pickets. I don't know what you're seeing. It's the fourth sheet with everything on it.
So I'm looking at page like 8,
Number,
extruded view, frame length. I mean, are these technical drawings?
yeah, I don't know where you are, Gage. Should be page 4 of the PDF package, and it's just a one sheet that has all the details. And the, setbacks and kind of layout of the fence.
Okay, okay, I'm just saying, if you go down 1, 2, 3, 4,
And after that,
5,
it's
6,
counts.
8, 9, there's like page 8, 9, and 10 show some kind of horizontal design. That's what I'm just asking.
Yeah, I think those are more
Are there technical wind load?
load calcs, yeah.
Okay, got it.
But they do look like they're load calcs on a horizontal fence. The design of the, so like calculations aside, the design of the fence is vertical pickets based on sheet SD.
And then the gate looks like it's a solid panel or some
Yeah,
sort?
and maybe that's what the road, that elevation is, yeah, because the gate looks like it's got horizontal. Probably what the extruded view that you're referring to.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So these are just like posts stuck in the ground with no cap on the top.
That's correct.
They rounded, square,
Rectangular?
no like top.
No, there's no top. They're just,
No, I'm saying there's no top view, so. you can't tell.
oh, they're rectangular, very close to each other.
So couple things on this would be, A, the chain link fence can't go the entire length of the property. And the part of the fence that when you leave the house on the back property line and goes out and goes back around, all of that has to be of the exact same material.
Right, of course.
So I'm reading this as the chain link fence is going all the way across the back of the house. Is it all on the rear property line?
It's
It's got to stop at the building. And when you at the,
So here,
Can I-
basically from this line, this corner
Mhm.
out, you'd have to continue with this one. If that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
From the,
Understood.
it's along the rear property line still, but it's from the moment it passes the edge of the building.
yes, it has to be all of one design, uniform design.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's
It's
fine.
just- And then the other thing too is,
Now, frontage, right?
It's not a big deal.
so the other thing is that these vertical pickets that are in the ground, they have holes between them. So is that considered a gap and you're gonna have a pool back there? So
They're gonna
is
be-
it possible for a child or something to get? through
No,
this thing?
no.
I mean, they're less than
No.
4 inches, which is like the maximum spacing on like a stairwell railing to not be able to fall through a kid.
Okay.
So in theory, a kid can't get through a 4 inch gap.
Okay, just asking the
Yeah,
question.
and it's not
No.
climbable.
'Cause I mean, it's not climbable because that's the main thing.
It's- They're-
All right.
Just wanna make sure that when you have if you have a pool, right? I don't know if that's a separate permit that you've already done and or that's still coming.
Hey,
It's done.
let me check,
Still
probably.
have to do the pool?
Just cause,
No, I'm sure the pool's done. The pool-
It's never gonna get done.
just wanna make sure that you don't have any issues with the permit closeout, and they don't like your fence, that it does.
uh,
should be.
There will, if the question is that there will be access, no, there will not be access. It's,
Yeah, no, there's
The
just.
poles will be a few
rules
inches
about
apart.
like climbability and can a kid get through a fence?
makes
It's a pool,
sense.
but I think this fence would-
Okay. So, I mean, do we need to note that the chain link fence has to stop at the
You wanna-
house? And the new design has to pick up at the house?
Yeah, I
How
mean,
soon are you doing this? Can you resubmit this showing that, or you're like ready to do this in a week and you desperately?
no, I mean, resubmit it
I
for,
mean, we could approve it with the caveat that that's the.
We
thing.
can
He just has to
approve it.
Submit a new drawing.
right, we can submit an amended drawing showing the request. And then it can be
Motion to
done
approve.
contingent on a, correct.
Second.
Ed Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. All right, next, 6C, 1000 Northeast 120th Street, gravel driveway, Aguilar.
It's actually two driveways. It's a concrete driveway, circle concrete driveway, and a gravel driveway.
Let me just take a look at what your application is for. Relocate, replace windows and front door.
That's the previous permit. I have
door wreath,
two
stucco,
permits.
Replace soffit, paint, install driveway. Okay, so install driveways on the 21% calculation, 24%. Total lot coverage, 36. I'm looking at the survey, but I don't see anything denoting where the new driveway is going. Is it-
we have a set of plans that shows the driveway. There's a set of plans there that shows, should be there, a set of plans that shows the driveway, the new driveway.
Survey and like the standard. Driveway details, but. You happen to have it with you or no?
Do I have what?
The drawing with you by any chance?
Yeah, I don't have it printed, but I have it on my phone.
Just checking to see if it's been uploaded.
It's the same set of plans that I uploaded for the window permit, so it should be there.
Are you on the agenda for the windows tonight?
No, I got approval already for the windows. This is the second permit for the driveway.
There's no, we don't know what driveway they're drawing of the driveway. Said it's on the, I guess, the master, it's like on a master plan, sir?
Yeah, it's a master set. It's only like 3 pages, but we're just doing only.
On the window permit set,
Here it is.
honestly, it looks like it's sort of. There's some- Yeah, I found it. Found your window.
So that driveway basically, it's existing, but it's so old. It was an asphalt driveway that's falling apart. We're just completely ripping it out and redoing it in concrete.
Yeah, I mean, just showing you back.
Signified landscape.
Yeah, it's fine. So you're trying to get two driveways, right? That's kind of the circular driveway and then around.
When they're open to access, when they're-
So on the gravel, we require borders to go around the board. You're just not, it's not signified on the drawing. It needs to be signified on the drawing. The borders, required borders.
Yeah, the other thing that you're not showing is the approach, right? It's drawing, again, it's from your window, right? It's not in this map. But the driveway always has to go like the street.
Put it on the window.
That flat is drawn, like the show the approach. Unfortunately, you're crossing the right of way from the street. And this would change, right? This little flare is not gonna happen here, it's gonna happen way out here when it actually meets the street. Unless the property line is not correct, probably back here.
It's fine.
No, that should be good. Yes, but there's, but I'm sure there's a small sway. No. But we're gonna treat it as a little trail. I mean, there is, right? This is your property line here. This is the street. Right, so there is. At least 10 feet. The drawing that you're showing right now ends here. You gotta show it all the way down. Have your sort of drawings, rise to these to show it's going to the street, that one, that one of the street. Now this, again, needs to have, well, we don't care about the flare per se, have to have.
But he needs to-
Basically, concrete pavers, something to retain the.
You don't have it?
There is a detail that it's gotta be similar to. We're showing concrete. That detail, that border has to be 4 inches on, except on the street, it has to be 6 on. Okay, or a basis of the street. Okay. So we can, yeah, that, when, the part that's running, abutting the street has to be 16, everything else can be 4. Okay. All right. So if you can revise those plans and resubmit, I guess, table it for that one.
Yeah, if you can if you can upload them to this application, because we don't have it with this application, so if you can make those revisions that Ed just talked to you about and resubmit them.
Submitting that. So a motion to table, pending revised drawing.
Second.
Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion to table is approved. You're tabled, sir, and we'll be back in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Hopefully, if you have it resubmitted, we can be
Yeah.
right back, and it should actually move pretty quickly.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Also, when you come back, make sure you put a specification for the gravel, like the type, the size, the color, the gravel material, yeah. Okay.
All right, thank you. So next will be 6H 11150 Griffin Boulevard, metal fence. 6H, somewhere. 6H, there you are. That's you, 11150 Griffin Boulevard. Thank you for getting that application for this resident.
Yeah.
11150. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. So just, I don't see where on on the survey that it actually shows the fence.
Oh, hey.
Yeah,
Yep, we're putting in,
they do. But that's a construction fence, isn't it?
No, that house always had a fence with it.
yeah, it's well within the property. We're probably 35 feet.
What house did they demo? And it's actually, and whatever's there is actually stood up all this time?
Side.
I can't speak for what's been there all the time, but I know that it had one.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, you're not applying for a rolling gate in the front.
Submitted a plan.
Yeah, the plan that I'm seeing here, it's just.
I have a copy in the truck if you guys want to see it.
Sorry?
I have a copy in the truck if you guys want.
Well, I'm just saying, what I'm showing is I have a survey, but there's nothing on it that tells me where this fence is going.
2 pages to that. There's one with a
see
survey
it.
and there's one with the drawing.
I have a survey and a,
Hey, that's the detail. You know, it's where you ask. That's the drawing. You have it in your truck, might wanna grab it, come back to you. If you have it, you said you had it in your truck, right? Like what he's pointing to is that he's basically adding gates inside it.
the sides, just. Okay,
The other.
except for the gaps, there's gotta be possible gaps.
Covered by hedge.
It's on the survey, but it's just, they can never add to it or subtract it. I mean, technically they should. Technically, they tore the house down and they started fresh, so the entire site needs to come up to compliance, which means that fence needs to come out. So, but that'd be, it's another topic. All right, so, since he's looking at that, do I have a 6I? 6J, 6K? 6Ks here? Okay, 6K 11623 Northeast 11th Place. Concrete driveway. Okay. Calculations are set up. 31 and
Jump to another one just while you're doing that.
okay, so, there's a lot of pavement in the right of way.
Can I ask you what, yeah, clear what you're showing? What is the stuff that? Yeah, I saw that, right, this is what it looks like, right? So it's like this little bit here. But then see all this here, this is all asphalt, right? Yeah, that's in the swale. Yeah. So. This, all that can't be, like your whole swale can't be full of asphalt. It cannot be all asphalt swale. Right? You only have 40% of material other than grass or plants. Swale. So if
Make-
you're redoing these concrete driveways, you have to remove all that asphalt that's across the swale. Yeah, in general, if you're redoing your driveways, you have to comply with the code, which says 40% of this area has to be green space.
And right now, the calculations that he submitted say 81% lot coverage in the right of way.
There's this little chart you have to fill out.
You look at the original survey, it shows all that asphalt on the right of way.
Basically, in the swale, looks like whoever filled this out, 81% of the swale is solid material. Right? Yeah, but it can't exceed 40. Can't be higher than 40. So once you start redoing your driveways, it's gotta come into compliance, which means all that asphalt has to be removed and put grass or something in between your driveways. Right, so if you wanna do these two driveways, okay, that's fine, but all this asphalt here, you just use all this asphalt. Planted grass. Doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter. 40% of that cannot be driveway material, so it doesn't matter if it's gravel, concrete, pavers. You still can't have more than 40% of that area. Yeah, it's up to you how you want to, what material you want to use. Just you can't have more than 40% of driveway material, driveway or parking or whatever. So in this, well, in your front yard, also in your swale, right? We calculate it separately, but it's the same rule, 40% of the front yard, 40% of the swale. So right now you're over that, so you have to figure out what you want to do, what you want to remove. It doesn't look like,
Yeah,
I'm trusting your calculation.
we're just gonna be,
You're not, you're
Sure.
B1,
So you have.
but just eyeballing it, it looks like maybe, yeah, because this is all theory.
no, hold on, we haven't done this yet. And then we're gonna go into discussion. I'm gonna go back up and take care
You're
of that.
probably under 40% in the front yard, but here you're way.
There's nobody else, right?
Yeah.
Because they're all B,
Move some of the
B,
asphalt.
PRBP 6, right?
Make the driveway
Yeah.
smaller, whatever you gotta accomplish, right?
Well.
This gentleman's 7B, 7A,
You
7C,
need 4 parking spaces.
7D.
One
And
unit.
then, okay, so you want to run over? He's gonna go get that.
Another
form
issue,
for you.
whether you've got four, by code, you need 4 parking spaces, right? And they need to be on your property, not in the swale.
Yeah.
So here you're going 24 feet deep by 20 feet wide, so it's basically room for 2 cars. Here you're going 24 feet deep, but only 10 feet wide, basically room for 1 car. So how do you have to? Yeah, I mean, in theory, what I would suggest is make each of them 16, right? Because a car is really 8 foot wide, a parking space is really 8 foot wide. You know, technically it's
Right here and right there.
by 18, it's a car, right? So you don't have to go
Okay.
so far deep, right? You could go, let's see,
Let's just finish up with him.
16 to 18 feet deep
Yeah, you need to, you're gonna have to. show-
wide per car. So if you have 2 cars here.
No,
2
I mean,
cars
if
here,
if
then
it's
each
all
one-
good, the only thing would be that we noticed, yeah, let's finish that.
So since this has to be wider, probably want to make that one a little narrower so you don't start going over the 40% rule. Right? So you want to, we'll table it and you'll revise this. Make sure you can fit 4 cars on the property. Make sure you don't have 40% of driveway material, whether it's gravel, pavers, concrete, asphalt, whatever you want to do. And also.
And then,
If you decide to do gravel, then there's other rules like a border and all this stuff. So I don't know if you're considering gravel, but. Yeah. If you go with the gravel, then just make sure you show when you come back with a new drawing that you're showing those borders around, concrete borders. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's in this package, there's some standard details, a village for gravel, yeah. Right. Yeah. We're only evaluating the block coverage. Building department is gonna look at how you build the set, right? Okay, so a motion to table, 6.
For revision, right?
Yeah, what was it again?
It's 6,
A for revised drawings.
okay, yes.
second,
Ed Scarlett, all in favor,
Okay.
say aye. Aye.
2 weeks, but I think to be on the agenda, you have to submit 1 week before. So, and basically you have a week. Right.
All right, we're gonna go back up to 6H. The gentleman brought in the plan, 11150 Griffin Boulevard for metal fence. So it is actually on the front corners.
Well, it's just on the side out. So your application is just for 2 gates.
Okay. And then the only thing would be is are there any gaps in between the, he's showing 3-inch gap. That's what I'm concerned about.
In the design of the fence.
The design, if you look at the detail of the,
So, yeah, so what he's pressing start now, right? Code, because fence and gates and all that can't be climbable. And that means even if it's a horizontal slab, it can't have more than a 1/2 inch gap. So this design right now, you've got a 3-inch gap and a 2-inch picket,
basically have a ladder.
1/2 inch max gap. So you'd have to revise this drawing to show these 1/2 inch max gap. In the horizontal. That's the code, it's not, I'm not making. 1/2 inch is the maximum they will allow. 1/2 inch max.
Can't be climbable. Can't get your fingers in there.
Telling you the rules, you know,
Mhm.
I don't make up the rules or the aesthetics, but. So we wouldn't be able to prove this as it is right now with that. We wouldn't be able to prove this right now with that open.
With the 3 inches. No, it was not approved. It was tabled. He needs to revise it
It doesn't matter, but what separates the public from your backyard, right? Not your house, not backyard. Jail has vertical bars, with big gaps, so I would say it doesn't look like a jail, but anyways. Or just do it solid. I mean, then avoid, if you don't like the small gaps, just do a solid fence. Solves the problem. Yeah, if you wanna put a flat, you wanna come back with a drawing that shows a flat panel with, yeah, then it's a decorative horizontal louvers on a flat panel. Solves the climbability issues.
is it though? Is that solving the
Yeah.
accountability?
They're like getting the toe in there.
I don't know.
I would, for me, it'd be a solid fence at that point, and then. Leave it to the owners on first one.
or just do it a half inch. Do a half inch.
You do what you wanna do. And I'm telling you the code, I don't wanna, I can't debate you on the aesthetics or. No, because vertical is not the same thing in terms of a ladder effect.
Or it can't climbable.
Vertical, you just wouldn't have more than a 4-inch gap because you can actually slip through with your. So if you wanna have a 3-inch gap, make them vertical. Then it's not a ladder effect.
Its code is very clear on non-climbable, so motion to table or
You're coming back, right? So motion to table, 6H.
Second,
Ed Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Okay. All right, we have, now we're gonna move on to discussion. First will be 7A, 739 Northeast 118th Street. New construction, first preliminary review. Is there an application in on this? But there is an application. Okay, okay, so then it is a first review. Do you have plans for us to see?
I have preliminary plans. Very preliminary plans. Oh, I don't have them here.
They have it electronic.
Oh, no, it's online, sorry. The other ones for next, I do have them, but. Should we table these? Cause we have to submit a demo and fence. No?
All right, so 7A.
Very preliminary. That's fine. Very.
So we're talking about 739 Northeast 118th Street, the first one. Okay, 10-foot rear setback. 10-foot side. 10-foot other side. Is this just like a duplicate of the one that we saw last week?
It's very preliminary, these floor plans, subject to change. Yes, it's that. So,
So this is similar to the one that you showed us that was looking at the park, which is.
correct, which is next,
Okay.
next in line. It's very similar. This house will most likely change, full disclosure, so I don't know if you wanna, we should table this for next one.
Well, I mean, we can give you some feedback on it if you'd like.
I-
So first of all, what is your lot coverage?
I will,
That's the first thing that we look at is what is their lot size? What's the lot coverage of the new house?
no, it's, Gage, Edward, let's table this for next time because I don't like this house and then we're changing it.
Okay, so
Well,
we'll,
just,
the discussion item. So you'll be coming back again for the first review next time.
yeah, yeah.
So
this
the
is how
the
look.
withdrawn.
It's not a good house.
Make sure you got the zoning data, because you don't have
Yes.
that sheet.
Yes,
and that
I-
much.
Table this next
All right. Since you're up and you have the microphone, I'm gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and work with you on the next one. 7C, 11315 Northeast 9th Court,
Now we
new
can-
construction second preliminary review. Have you applied for this? There is a permit, okay. Do you have drawings for this or are we looking at it online?
Here we actually have, so what you have online, this is the latest. So we can review together.
Right, today.
Yeah.
Zoning data.
There's no zoning data. Well,
Did we
I
talk
think
about that last time, though? You have the zoning data last time?
we did, yes.
So you got 36, 10, 10, no, 11, 4,
I'm more concerned of the setback
11.
situation that we talked about last time.
11, 4.
Because we set it back, we set it back a few feet, the second story, we set it back on the sides a few feet. We put those privacy on the balcony in the second story. So we have a third, we have to go through a third meeting, so we can obviously include that for the third meeting. If we need a fourth, we'll do it,
You
obviously.
don't, you still don't have to,
You don't have the required setback, yeah.
right? It needs to be 15, not 13.4.
So, yeah,
Sorry?
so you're allowed to have 30 feet on the setback?
No, but what we discussed last time is that 30 feet continuous applies, at least to my understanding, it applies if you are on the 10-foot setback. If you are
Yeah, but then
above
you
the
have to
10
set
foot.
back 15 feet. But right now you're setting back 13'4".
So, okay, so you
Yeah,
have to
just
step back.
Because you take the 30 foot and you put it at 11 foot instead of 10, still doesn't matter. Everything beyond that 30 foot needs to be at 15. It's not like you can split the difference and say, oh, I'm not putting anything at 10, so let me put more at
You have a pen?
less than 15.
Yep. Let me knock this out right now. Okay, so I'm gonna put the mic. So everything. Edward, can I get it? So, can you explain? So,
That's the first one, sorry.
Here.
So, right, has to be 15. So, since you're, I'm assuming this, you don't have this dimension, but assuming it's 30 feet, right? Okay, here, Let's just assume that it is for a single.
7 + 4, 7, 8. 10 + 4, that's 11, 10, plus 7.5, plus the driveway.
Less than-
Yeah.
Okay, well, so I mean, more of this can be, first of all, it doesn't need to be 11 ft 4. If we're doing that because we want to, but it could be 10. Right? And this could be up to 30. Then everything else has to be 15.
Same for the.
Here, is this a, it's inside the lot line here too, right?
But it's so far back.
Yeah. But still, it's not 15, right? So this is probably more than 30, right? This wouldn't
What does
really
it say?
count. 40.
Oh, so you gotta,
Yeah.
out there.
So again, sorry, you don't, not the
You
whole
have-
thing.
you have 30
You could, yeah, you could do
30.
30 out. And by the way, at 10, right? So
30 out of 10.
I don't know where 30 is here.
I mean, you can keep it the way you're doing here, but you go 30 and then you have to set it back a foot. Like, you know, you just create this little notch here or something like that.
So I think what the last time we talked about was, I don't think you had that much on the side where you were just gonna shift this over. Do what you want. I think you had last. Sorry, sorry.
Here's the first one. This
This is the first one.
is the first floor.
First floor.
Here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm not looking at how it affects your floor. It's just.
Yeah,
giving you
I'm
a-
thinking. Okay.
But
So
again,
again, these could be less than you're showing, that could be less than you're showing for a portion.
Yeah, I
right?
mean,
For
you're-
30 feet worth.
I mean, you literally have here to here. If this is 30, then you could set this patio back over here and you could set this over here
And then
to-
put
to-
the architecture.
to 15, yeah.
Took out my part.
So, huh?
Took out my part.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, but again, that's
I'm
first
kidding.
floor. We're only talking about the second floor.
Yeah, that's
So
first
your-
floor.
Your second floor can step, your first floor can stay at 10 feet.
Okay, so this is essentially the big change.
I mean, you're providing articulation, it looks like. We have elevation or anything?
Yeah. Only on the second floor.
Only required, whether you do it on first and second because it's structurally simple or. That's up to you.
Okay, now
It's only
you're good.
required.
Where's the front?
Other thing, just look at windows on.
It's very hard to read. It's wrong. Yeah, 28 feet.
28, but from base flood, and I don't know where this is.
29 to the top.
Yeah, but you're allowed a maximum of 28 feet. But
28.
from base flood elevation +1, so I don't know where that is. It's not shown here. Yeah, these are just like absolute numbers, 0 to 29, but what is base flood? I don't
I mean,
know.
are you setting this on a pedestal of 6 feet? Or not? We don't know.
You're raising.
So wherever, this is BFE +1. Make sure you show us where base flood elevation +1 is located, right? Data line. Maybe
So undulation on the front, so this is sticking out further. This is further back. Okay, this is at 36, I think it was. This is at, so this is like 40 something way back here.
But what's happening here, because in elevation, your garage is, when your balcony is going out further, but in plan, it's the opposite.
This.
Yeah, I get it, but look at your elevation, probably showing your garage. And then you here, your balcony is strictly beyond, it, which is the opposite, really,
Got it, so you're
in
talking about,
elevation, your garage would be here, or whatever, your balcony would be here. Right, so in elevation is not matching your plan.
But as far as, besides that, obviously, but your front wall plane is not this flat thing like I think it was the last time. Looks like this is out further. This is way back, this is out a little bit. Now. Is it all still a two-story roof at this one height, except for this one little tiny pop-up? In the middle, but over here somewhere?
Well, it looks like actually it's not, right? It's. The three-story is way up here.
Is there any one story? Is the garage one story, like the part that sticks out like here? Is the garage completely covered with the balcony, or does the garage go out further and there's actually roof? So it's technically a two-story house all over the entire footprint with one level.
We require, like, we have a flat roof house, we have to have different roof planes, right? Like, so right now you're mostly all flat. You have this little eyebrow detail, but that's not really, a roof, that's just an eyebrow. So your roof levels.
You have a big
some
flat
change.
So like, where is this roof in conjunction with? So like here, is it here over the foyer?
I wouldn't be able to tell you. I think it's.
To
So
me-
more, maybe your foyer drops down lower.
To me, I just see this one big line going across like this. This is a box. There's no play on the roof level.
And this wouldn't really count, it's not really just an eyebrow thing, so you have to have different places, right? So some play with this, so there, maybe your entry foyer is not so high.
Or maybe make this lower. I
Maybe this
mean,
is lower.
'cause this is
your
just a
entry
two-
foyer is a little higher, and this part's.
Yeah.
this just looks like a two-story two-story living room here, so like this could like. That would give you the play on this. two different items. Skylight over the stairs, maybe? And what about the side windows? What about
Side
the-
window,
Okay, so now let's get onto the windows here.
Is this?
What is this? What is that?
It's weird, like the garage is missing from this, or is it the opposite side?
no, this is,
Is this the front of the house?
No, these are the two sides, the other drawing is the back.
No, I'm asking, like, I'm trying to determine where the front of the house is.
That's like a grill and stuff.
That's the grill,
Oh, that's
that's,
the food.
so the front, this is the front, but then you have this,
The garage.
Yeah.
It's all right. Yell, yell at him. So that matches your elevations, not your plans, but like this balcony to garage relationship is not what your plan is showing.
that's right, and even like this elevation change.
This-
This
well, it's hard to
looks-
tell because.
This looks a lot lower than that. I mean, granted, it's an elevation and
It's a perspective, so maybe it's not, but yeah.
that provides
It
different
looks like
levels.
it has different plane. I don't know.
Yeah.
we'll see.
And then here, right, you're still showing this site.
So this balcony overlaps front, so as long as that is not more than closer than 30, that's that balcony. Okay, so let's talk about the side windows. Now, do these windows diminish your view into the? That's right.
Why don't they shave it? There we go. Update, push. Okay. This will change, obviously, with this.
It's just that you don't see it.
With these changes. With these changes. These changes,
So it's these, you have two windows here, and then you have 6 windows over here.
oh, sorry, I'm looking at it.
So this is the one that's on the, this is the 11 feet, and this one was like 13 feet, so, but you have to make this decision. So the question is, do these windows diminish the view into the? These are. Here, there's one there, this one is a shower. Nice full length window there in the shower. Right here. Here. Here.
Primary
These two
bathroom,
big
primary
windows.
bed.
This is your floor plan though?
These are not so much a concern because these are actually in the front third of the house. So these are actually okay, or these are okay, it's these. So the question is like, do you really need to have these big windows in a shower and next to the nightstand? You know, your lily is gonna go down behind your nightstand there.
I'm sure this one we can probably live without. Because we have this. This, I mean, you need some natural light.
Yeah, but are you gonna stand there naked in front of that window? What do you think?
Probably not, because you'll probably
I
frost.
feel like frosted.
Well, that's the question, right? So frosting solves the question, solves the problem, but it needs to be indicated for us to know that's what you're doing, right? So
I mean, these will most likely be frosted.
and that's problem solved, but later. But if that's what,
But,
that's what he wants
but,
to do.
okay, I
No,
know, but
no,
I'm just saying, I
it's-
mean, if you're literally have a. My designer side's kicking in and going, are you really gonna stand there in front of a full frosted window? And where you could, if you just, you know, you made it a clear story window, you wouldn't have to do any frosting at all.
Okay, we can try to make.
You know,
sides.
and then you could have your tub sitting in front of it with a beautiful tile around it, not have to have just a piece of glass going into the floor. Yeah, it's.
I don't think it goes,
Fight with you.
because I think the floor plan is here,
Okay.
but
close
whatever,
enough.
it's, you know.
I
make
see
more
what,
interest.
I mean,
You're gonna be
regardless.
sitting there in your nice tub looking at frosted glass.
Right, and then you got the same topic on the other side, right? So
On the other
Not
side,
as
this
bad.
is,
these two bathroom and bedroom. Again, this one you can live without because you have this and to have this little nook of whatever it is, 2 feet.
yeah, so again, maybe it's just a question of raising this up a little bit, right? Where is this happening? Is this this?
The living room,
Oh,
the first one.
got it.
What is the height of this? Is it over 18?
It is.
Okay, so that's your next thing, is,
But is that really that's really 2 stories. It's just a double height volume, but it's not a single
Mhm.
story. Right,
Okay,
one floor.
so-
because, I mean, their floor is this, right?
Okay.
Even here. So this is just double height. I wouldn't
window.
penalize them
So-
for that. It's not
Kind
a
of-
single story.
To summarize,
It's a double height volume.
we wrote down elevations, we looked at this, we looked at this. Now, regarding this. You need separate levels of roofing.
No,
Roof level.
if you wanna do one roof level with parapets that change, that's your call. It's just that visually it has to appear that your roof plane
Oh.
has some change in roof plane.
Oh.
And I'm here.
He's not gonna be happy if it's a 6-inch difference,
You
right?
guys
But
like
I'm just
the-
saying
the-
structurally, it's up to you. We don't care. We're not asking where is the roof? What do you see? So if you've got a 4-foot parapet and an 8-inch parapet, but the roof is the same,
But you guys rather have like different roof, like level roofs?
Yeah,
it's
just
not
because
what-
it's
again,
more
what we'd
interest
rather
than
is
just
what-
a 28-foot high box.
I'm like trying to put, I agree on the box.
I mean,
I'm pushing for kind of different.
you
Concept.
accomplish it if you have a lower roof over your living room. This is one roof level, this is another roof level. There's 2 roof levels. That's all the code requires.
I see what you mean. This, we'll come back.
You know,
We're not.
this area here can be lower than this area. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then you accomplish your roof.
We're not,
Fine.
sorry, thankfully. Can I take these for notes?
I wanna talk to the guy who's funding all this and
Yeah,
see
I
if
know,
that-
I wanna-
see if he feels that way.
It's- Thankfully, they're happy campers. No, I mean, you want to get it right, and hopefully all these will push for better designs. So,
It's much better than what was approved previously for this property, so. Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
we're
so
happy
we're
to
still,
see
yeah.
what you're doing there. We'll come back to you. Okay? Thank you.
All righty.
So the next one will be the second meeting again?
Well, no, actually, this
Yeah,
was
no problem.
considered the third.
Oh,
This was
third.
considered the third. So, no, I'm saying this was considered the second, so the next one would be a third, but you have to be, you have to be
Yeah,
ready to be
it may,
approved.
it may take more than three if
Doesn't-
the drawings
Because
are
it's three
developed.
doesn't mean
right?
it's
So-
approved, yeah. Okay, thank you.
What was that one for? That was,
That was seven D.
D.
All right, before we get to this, we have the gentleman over here, who's seven B, 10901 Northeast Tenth Avenue driveway, question Sabio. That was you, correct? Okay. You guys are just hanging out here?
I don't think that was.
No, you've been approved. You just have to submit that. You have to scan it and email it to upload it into the portal. Well, you have to get the permit still. The permit has to be approved by the building official.
Those guys are,
You just got zoning approval right now. You have to get the building permit next.
Yeah, you'll get an email through the OpenGov system that you applied on. Once it's been approved by the building department, we're just the first step. It should be quick because it's not a complicated, it's a driveway, but they're the ones that will actually issue the permit later. Yeah.
But for zoning, you pass, so you're good. You just have to submit that.
Oh, yes, before you start construction, you need a permit from them, not, okay. Gage, that was C, not D.
Six. This gentleman is seven B.
Yeah, I'm just saying what we did was C, not D. You had mentioned D, but,
Okay, yes, I'm sorry, yes.
so we're on B, 7B.
We're on seven B, but there's nothing in the Dropbox. Do you have paperwork for us to see?
What is B? Drive.
Can you just go right over there next to where we were just standing?
Start because the lady owner, this is a duplex. And the lady owner received a request from the city to do the driveway in front of the house, okay. They go and hire, so what, some guys who say that you don't need to pay, they was tricky. So he did this.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was
and
here
then-
last time and we talked
Yeah.
about this.
we talk about that. So the solution is, okay, go with the driveway into the property. So it goes to give me something like this. This one I'm gonna need to demolish it because the shape is gonna be outside anyway. So I'm gonna be able to do two parking spots in front of the first unit, 10 by 20,
Okay.
and three in front of the other 10 by 20, right?
Why do you need to have so many? Three.
That's my first question.
Because you can park tandem behind another.
Yeah.
Eh,
because
but
it's
he's
gonna
not,
be a
he doesn't have enough, he doesn't have enough depth in the property
Yeah,
on
it's
this side, that's
20.
the
It's
issue.
27.
But how many, he just needs 4 spots, right?
Yeah, you just need four.
Yeah, so you don't need 5, so you just need 4 parking spaces
Okay.
on your property, which each of these would be 1. So you could lose this part and just do this and this.
Okay,
Or
Ma-
can I make a suggestion? Don't
Yeah,
lose
yeah,
it. This
you
is,
can keep
this is,
going.
or just keep this, or yes, like Ed
Yeah.
said, just keep going.
Just because you've got a little bit of the radius, it's okay, it's still within your corner property, so you can extend, I wouldn't demolish that, just do this.
okay.
And then don't go so far over, right? Come here. I mean, this is already poured, I
It's already
guess.
poured, so just go
Yeah,
from there.
I guess
up,
just extend that,
and
but I don't think you need to demolish that
You
and
don't need
grow
it.
that way.
Ah,
Brand new concrete. They don't
okay.
need to do that.
Yeah, yeah. And extend this one like this,
Yes.
okay.
So then you have
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4 parking spots.
And you probably have even more, you could fit more, right? Cause
Another
it's wide.
problem I have is here, in front of this, I have a palm tree.
Okay.
Okay.
So can I demolish the palm tree? I can replant it, remove it?
So-
whatever?
So,
You
so,
need to go that far.
well, the question is if you're willing to do this, then you can go, keep this and go in and go up like this and keep the palm tree.
Yeah.
And have an extra parking spot, because you have you have 40% of your entire front right away. And I believe this,
With all this.
yeah, you have all of this,
All
you
of
have,
it.
yeah, so we're
Okay.
way under the 40%.
And I do some calculation only for the, this part. So this part of the lot, because in the front,
It would still,
impervious is, impervious is 77.
and technically this would also count, because it's also a frontage. It's a side
Oh.
front, so But yeah, you're well under, it looks like.
And what consider you here the swell?
All this.
All
Everything
of,
outside of your property line up to the street. So this is all swale.
all of
All
this is
swale.
swell?
You got a
This
ton
is
of swale.
technically,
Wow.
that is
So
your.
you're gonna be at like, I don't know.
It's your 10%,
15% or
10%.
something like that.
Okay, perfect, no,
Yeah.
I just wanna be sure about how to manage the
Yeah,
situation.
yeah. So I would just,
This is a very strange situation, 27 between the,
yeah,
property
yeah,
line
the
and
lot's got
the-
more swale than they do front yard on this, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I wouldn't, can I draw on this? You know, I
Yeah.
wouldn't demolish this, right?
Okay,
Just come straight. And this is what's already poured, right?
yes, sir,
So just keep that.
okay,
And then you're gonna get two spaces here required.
okay,
This is already poured, right?
all right,
And this is already poured, right?
yes, sir.
So saying just come with this,
And go
step
around the
over
palm.
however much you need to miss that palm.
What the minimum weight?
If you have at least 16 with
Eight and
carb,
eight and
eight and eight is the
Okay.
parking space, right?
And 20 is,
And really 18 deep is a parking
Okay.
space, right? So 8 by 18 will be a car space.
okay,
And you'll have 1, 2, probably can fit 3 at that point here if you needed to, but
okay,
that way you don't demolish anything they already did, you're just extending a
Yeah.
bit.
yeah,
and
don't worry
and
about
don't remove your
to
pump.
demolish, whatever, what I'm gonna do is extend it
Yeah.
into the purpose. That's it.
All right.
Okay.
Right,
Well,
so
thank you
you'll come
very
back
much.
with final plans, we'll approve it.
I'm gonna, yeah, submit everything. I have all the applications ready to submit, so I'm gonna roll it.
See you next time.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, sir.
While I can submit everything through the.
Yeah, update that drawing, and then upload it through the OpenGov.
Okay.
And like, I don't know how it works in terms of requesting to be on the next.
Okay,
Hearing,
do I
but-
need to come back with you? Or,
I think if you submit the drawing we just looked at, you don't have to come to
It's
this.
pretty clear.
It'll get resubmitted to a hearing, whether you have to come personally, probably not.
oh,
Just make sure you have the lot calculations as form. There's a separate form for that. Yeah. Okay, just make sure you submit that and it should go through pretty quickly. Yeah, just submit those forms, please. All right, next is gonna be 7D, 12010 Northeast 11th Place, new construction. There is an application for. You have an application in for this? It is. All right, so it's a discussion item because there's no application, so it's not really first or second.
First review, yeah.
More of a discussion. Over there.
So would you say whether we have an application or not? I'm not quite sure I follow because we've needed an application to get this started, right? Because there's 3,
Your process number.
A permit.
yeah.
no,
Yeah, so you need a process number. For it to be a real application, and then it would be a real first review, real second review. Right now, since you're without a process number, it's just a courtesy review.
okay, so basically, once we get a pretty good okay here, then now we meet all the setbacks, zoning requirements and everything else, we can complete the drawings, get the application in, and then we can come in, say, for the 3rd one.
No, what we're saying is not, unfortunately, yeah.
But if you come back in, but if they've done.
Yeah, yeah, if
completed
you do
it,
all the work and you come in, it's probably not gonna take reviews to get it.
It will probably go right to the agenda. But typically, when we start the review when you make the application.
Gotcha.
Now it's just like you said, a courtesy review.
Okay, understood. So
But we're not gonna make you go through it 3 times again.
3 more times.
No.
Okay, well, that's nice to hear. I appreciate that. Okay, so why don't you go ahead and start with the zoning information?
Okay.
This is
So-
Stephanie, by the way.
Hi, my name is Stephanie. So for right now, we are within the 50% lot coverage. We are covering 49.77%, if you look at it here. Where we have to required for 4,875, we're at 4,852.
There you go.
So we're still within where we meet the setbacks as well as on the 1st and 2nd floor.
Okay.
So
Here's the best part now.
this is the 1st floor.
Is that related onto the survey so we can see the setbacks?
There's the site.
So this is the new structure or this?
No,
is-
that's,
No, that's the
that's
exist-
existing.
So where's the new
Here,
structure?
there's a little site, but-
On the
There's a
site.
site, here it is, where all the stuff's,
Oh,
just
okay.
a little small.
So 10, 30, 10, 10. Okay.
Now, this is the one we're most proud of now, 2nd floor.
This is the 1st floor. And you want to go back to the site plan?
No, just the site, the 10 in the back is to the pool, right? Yeah.
Yeah, from the.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the house itself is back at 29, 11? Okay, yeah, okay.
So this is the first floor, the covered terrace bathroom, pretty much the same from the last time that we were here. Now what changes the second floor? We went ahead and we did the 5 feet,
Total
setback.
15,
Yes,
total 15.
So these are at the 10-foot setbacks and these are
Correct.
15.
Yes.
Under 30, correct.
Okay.
Any reason you're setting back 10'3" instead of just 10 foot from the first one?
Probably for extra stucco. I got caught one time.
Give yourself some tolerance.
I got caught one time at Miami Beach for half an inch. They made us move the wall.
Oh my God.
That's when you hire a different surveyor that won't work with you on the half inch, because the city's not doing their own survey, right? The owner's hiring. the
I hear
surveyor,
ya.
so-
I hear you.
So you're at 29 feet.
We
whatever,
saved
this-
the block.
This wall here in the back.
yes,
Okay. 'cause
To get
you're
that
at
back,
20
setback.
20-foot rear, second story setback, so you're fine with that.
yes. We need the setbacks.
Windows, you have a window here, window here, window here, window here. So these are the first 1/3 of the house, it's back 2/3, okay?
So just for like a future application, because nothing's, we know that that's 5 foot, because you're telling us, and that's 5 foot, because you're telling us, but there's no dimensions.
Got it.
So ideally dimension, and then probably even though you've got this site plan that has the property line,
Mhm.
it's only showing like the ground floor setbacks, right? So really,
Got it.
this second floor, you should show the property lines, right?
Okay.
And show the setback from there, so that it's just documented as 15. foot and 10
Got
foot.
it. Got it.
And then we're not taking your word for it.
Definitely.
I'm
Okay.
an honorable guy, kind of guy.
Maybe, you may be. but- Front back, right?
Yeah.
Got like a small single hung high up in the bathroom here.
Right.
Yes,
So you're at 25 on one
That's
side,
better
and
than one side.
27.6 on the other.
yes,
right?
to show the
Correct.
difference of volume. One side of the house where the master is the tallest point, and then the bedrooms are below.
So we have a difference in height.
Yeah.
On the actual roof too as well.
Yes,
So how would we feel, Gage, about the bedroom one windows here, right, which are not necessarily clear stories, I'm assuming they're not frosted, right, because they're,
No, they're actual, that's just
Yeah.
the bedroom.
right, just because the part of that code update, right, wants any windows on the second story and the rear 2/3 of the property to
Front of the house is
diminish
here,
view,
right?
opposite, right?
No.
That's
Here.
the
This
front.
is the front.
yes,
So I'm asking about those windows, right?
And those are like kind of over a head.
Diminishing view into adjacent properties for windows in the second, for openings in the second floor in the rear 2/3 of the property, so that would include these. And maybe a little less so. but those are a little bit-
two.
Yeah. I mean, they're 15-foot setback, right? It's a 10, so that helps. Like here, you're also publishing it with this green wall that you've got on the balcony.
Correct.
So that's,
Yes.
that's kind of the right comparison. You
That's-
for them.
Exactly, that's the screen wall that we've given to the master balcony
Yeah.
out there. And what we're really most excited about is this spring. The side, I thought was really kind of neat after we.
this one might be a
They-
better quality.
Cantilevered overhangs on this.
This is a little bit better.
Because that's not how I was reading the plans. That's
So
the,
this is a question, is there some way you guys could graphically show like a view out of a window and what you see?
Oh, I see. I think we could potentially do that.
Is that possible?
It wouldn't be like 100%, but it would, we could have a volume for the neighbor, for the
Kind of like a
neighbors.
View corridor, like out of a window, where, what it,
Problem is, how would you model what's outside?
Yeah, that's the only issue is that
We can
we,
go inside the house and show you the window, but we can't really model what's on the outside unless I took a picture of it with a drone. And then you can transfer it into the view.
no, but I
it could be like a volume, the house would be represented as a
like
volume.
a little line straight into the neighbor.
Yeah, like a line of sight. Line of sight angle, to see what would happen. Yeah, of course. Just a section,
Yeah,
part of the section.
yeah.
We can do that.
Kind of, so we could see like, okay, so you're at that window,
Okay.
what do you see?
So like the front of the house looks great.
We're just trying to imagine.
Right.
That you're gonna have your line of sight is.
So
And especially with that, considering the.
Yeah, right, so you're not showing it, but really you've got like a line here, right, a parapet of the first.
Correct.
level.
Correct.
So in theory,
We're further back.
your
Right.
view out looking down, which is
Right.
of concern, maybe is,
Yeah.
you know, somewhat diminished, as the code says, by that parapet on the first floor.
And that might
Right,
be
like
good
maybe
enough
we
to.
just see the parrot. Or tree canopy.
So I just have a concern on the walls,
Mhm.
the second on the sides. You know, it just. Shall be designed in such a manner to provide movement and articulation to prevent excessive blank walls. Is there something we can do on those side walls? By like maybe wrap the eyebrow around? Put some banding, do something, because this is a very excessive kind of lots of blank wall at 28 feet. You know, on facing your neighbor.
I've seen worse, Gage, I've seen worse.
I know, but I'm just saying, it's just,
We actually thought it was pretty cool the way it juxtaposed.
no, I mean,
out
I
and
see,
in,
it. I think you're providing the articulation
As the whole
part of
building.
it. Yeah, by the building, the articulation of it. But it's just, this is a lot of blank wall that's gonna
I
be,
guess it's the back of your.
Here's-
kitchen, Right, that's why you have nothing.
That's correct.
here.
That's the back. The kitchen,
here's your
correct.
street, so people are gonna be looking at like this. And I believe it's on both sides. It's over here too. So just, maybe just something banding.
They
stucco.
don't consider the existing trees that we can remove, that they're gonna be there, nobody's gonna.
Trees
see them.
dies.
We have a huge.
Trees dies.
Where does- When you're saying the street, you're saying that, you know,
But we
the
have
angle from the
preserved-
street, you're saying.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, it's a 28-foot blank wall that but again, just. Put some banding on the stucco, put some, extend this eyebrow around, create a band, you know, a band on there. You can just doing some architectural play
Mhm.
and create something that's gonna give you a little,
I mean, maybe you already have this eyebrow of this window that you're trying, so maybe you
Mhm.
just extend this instead of having two
We
separate
can
ones,
do
right?
the,
Bring
we
that back.
put graffiti art styles.
then you run into your paint colors, paint colors.
You're not gonna be able to do that.
The line of sight is actually impeded on somewhat because we have a wider front than we have the backside.
Well, being Biscayne Park, I would imagine
How about color?
this
Could
is, this is 120th and
Could we
11th
do
place.
Something with.
You most likely have a one-story house.
I mean, look, some
So
people do control.
person next to you is-
Joints and. do
you're gonna look
color.
over that
Just
house.
do the
on your-
composite wood, textures,
wood tile, you know, porcelain wood tile, something,
we can play with that.
Something that
Control joints, that's.
Okay.
the structure, the lines in your stucco reveals. The ringlets out, make a design.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay,
Okay,
understood.
that's good too.
I mean,
So
I
I
would
guess
love
it's
to
just
do that
kind of-
because that's exactly what helps the expansion and contraction anyway of cementitious materials. And we don't have humidity, heat down here, anyway, so.
So what did y'all decide on the window? I kind of checked out a little bit. I was looking at the other part. Did you decide
You're-
the window was?
You were looking at the pretty stuff.
Yeah, did you work out the
I mean,
windows on the
you
side?
know, I think what Scarlett was asking for, because this is set back and you do have the first floor here, right? So you've got a parapet for that first floor roof. But she was saying, you know, maybe they can diagram whatever, if this is the
Some kind of
window,
line of
if this is
sight.
the
Exactly.
parapet. And you know, someone's sitting here, maybe they can't see
Maybe
much
it's-
because the parapet's blocked.
maybe it's
Because they're at
something-
15 foot where that window is.
Right.
They're not at 10. You know, something for them to make the case to us that it's diminishing view adequately, right?
Which kind of complies with the intent of the code, I think, is what we're all kind of talking about.
This is far back too, so we're not. really-
Yeah.
Correct, that was also far back. Yeah. How do you like our V for victory?
And it's not, you know, a ton of windows either, right? It's 3 windows, not.
But you can see the, but you can see the blank spots, you know, this is not so bad because, you know, it's smaller or whatever, there's the eyebrow, but, you know, this could be this brought back or something to kind of break it up a little bit.
Isn't it the kitchen side we were just talking about, right?
Yes, this is the.
This is the
side.
kitchen side, okay.
Put 13 there, okay. Just excessive blank wall.
So the sides is a little bit of the,
Yeah, just.
We have anything the kitchen window,
no, the kitchen's over here,
so where's the window?
in the back.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
because that's like your cabinet wall.
Yeah, that's where the cabinetry and
Ah, okay.
appliances are
kitchen
gonna
is
go.
the backside over
Facing
here.
on the.
Yeah.
That's the high window in the back.
But above the sink, we have the other one.
Right here, above the sink, we have the windows, but we took these because
Ah,
there's
so this-
cabinetry.
The cabinetry.
And that's the south side anyway, so we're trying to keep passive solar,
Okay.
you know, sustainability here alive.
And less windows.
Yeah.
To the mission.
Well, the first floor, you put a hedge up, you put a fence up and. You know,
Hedge is
we're
that.
not worried about, yeah, but we're not worried about, we're not worried about that first floor. you know.
Using your own
That
language there,
second
Gage.
story.
That's right. We learn quickly around
That's
here.
right, trees die.
Just messing with you guys. Can't have any fun. What's the sense of doing what we do, right?
Right.
Well, looks good. Thank you for working with us.
No, absolutely. Listen, I'm not gonna, you know, kiss your asses like these guys. Oh, we love coming back here as much as we possibly can, but you know, come on. It's a good home. It's a
Can
good
I
design.
ask
I
a
think it's a
quick
good.
question about another property, 11143. We are working and almost finished. We're probably closing to make a deal with the buyer.
11143 Wood Street.
That is, 11143, no, is, what is it, that? It's
Eleven-
a-
The one over, the one.
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
one-
the one that we are working.
The one on 10? No, the one
Yes.
on 8th Avenue? or the
Eighth,
one-
eighth,
The
it's
one
on-
on 8th?
yes.
Okay.
We talked with the neighbor, he agreed, we agreed, we're buying part of his land, 6 feet. To extend the property for a buyer. The buyer thought it was too narrow, the space in the backyard.
Okay.
So,
I mean, you're gonna have to go through the entire county
yes,
subdivision,
And
you
the
know,
neighbor that you're buying
replatting.
6 feet, is his house 16 feet setback?
He
Yes.
cannot become
his
non-compliant.
pool,
Can't
his
sell
pool
it.
is 18,
Yeah.
so.
So we have to
Because
see
it's
his
backyard,
plan, we have to see your
yes,
plan.
His
the-
backyard,
His
not-
backyard.
Yeah, as long as
We are
he's
now
not
in the
creating
agreement with the lawyer, but.
A non-compliant situation.
Minimum lot size, all that.
Setbacks.
You maybe want to bring it in for discussion. next
Yeah,
time?
exactly, yeah.
Bring
Good
the
idea.
plans- Bring the plans, show us.
Because we don't wanna move until we discuss with you, just in
Yeah,
case, to
yeah.
make sure.
Well, show us what's existing, both surveys.
Both
and then-
surveys and
then
the,
what you
can be
want to do.
analyzed,
Have it all
Yeah.
dimensioned, so we can say,
yeah.
yeah, it's still both are conforming and.
It's his pool is 18 feet, so if we get in 6, we still plenty of room for him for the setback. We'll see, we're still working on it, but.
Bring it in.
Just bring that in for like, just so we can
Just-
lay it out and we can see the actual plans and we
Okay,
can tell you.
Perfect. So do I hear a motion for approval?
Looks good, Joe.
Always a wise guy sometimes. So we're still being recorded. I can't deliver a joke here?
You'd be on recording, though.
Be on the record.
Don't make it off color.
If you wanna hang out for another 45 minutes. Cause we've just done who was here.
Holding in, you can vary per clear to $1,000. However, if you want to top vary the immigration, all that immigration, and all the big boards, so you big. The guy now really. Looking at people. Of course. Right, now it passes many old days. I'm doing it, it's like, it's way, what's the course I remember, you're gonna vary it here. And he goes, oh, no, 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 what do you mean you're not gonna vary it? $15,000, you'd rather vary now, I paid $50,000? He says, oh, absolutely, because
In the hour that I was thinking about this, I read through it. They said about 2 million years ago, the gentleman was buried here for 3 days. If that happens to me, I'll kill myself.
Life joke,
All that gets me.
All right, see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Thanks for working with us. All right, we have a resident that has a question. Are we okay with a walk-on? Just, can I just, have you go up to the microphone, please?
Can I?
Just, sure. I mean, so this is, what's the address?
It is
That was,
11
that was the, yes.
So is it really a second preliminary review if they don't have an?
Well, they're technically not because they don't have an application in, so they're just, it's more of a discussion item, but we technically, when they come in for the final application, we could,
He was the driver guy. He was the folks who just, sorry to.
No worries.
You got a second preliminary, which sounds like, yes, it's the second time I talked to them, but they're.
They do have a permit.
oh, I thought you,
Oh,
It is their permit. Back for a second.
true, right? PB 2441 is there.
Yeah.
Then they don't know. They said they didn't have. They were there months. All right.
Number.
ma'am, what's your address?
11001 Northeast 9th Avenue.
11001 Northeast. What avenue again? I'm sorry. 9th?
9th Avenue, yeah.
Okay. Okay. And what's your question?
It's a few. I'll be very quick though.
Sure.
Sorry about that. And thank you for having me without notice. So we had a driveway permit and we were planning to maybe perhaps if the city allows, we want to make it beautiful outside. Instead of having the grass that it's always dying instead of planting grass, can we do it with turf and do we need a permit? Or should I just do a revision on my previous driveway permit?
I don't, what do you? So like you're talking about the fake grass,
As well, yeah. It's outside of my property line, so it's up to you guys whether you guys want to allow us to make it
So hold on, is
beautiful
it,
forever or
are you talking about like in in
Swell.
between the driveway or are separate of the driveway, like the?
outside of,
Instead of having grass. Yard.
It's, I mean, it's an undeveloped. Yeah, I don't know about that.
The problem is the way that the code reads is it's like improvement, right? So anything you do, put a house on it, put a pool on it, put a driveway on it, put a pergola on it, put artificial turf on it, it's considered an improvement. right?
okay,
And
Not
the
natural.
maximum percentage of your front yard or the swale that you can improve.
okay,
anything. So if your driveway is taking up 10%, 20%, whatever, and then the rest you want to put turf, but then the rest becomes an improvement, and now all of a sudden you're doing 100% improvement, which is not allowed. You can only have 40% of improvement. Does that make sense?
I see. So then I just basically have to do calculation and see if it doesn't
I
meet
mean, I
the
guess you
30.
could, I don't know what the yard looks like or whatever, but in theory, you could have a maximum of 40% of your front yard be improved, either whether it's a driveway, a walkway.
Even so, it's outside of my property line, it's city,
Well,
has
if it's in
nothing
the
to do
swale,
with
that's a
me.
Whole different matter because
It's a swell.
probably the city would want some sort of covenant.
Well, but it's not an approved driveway material. So it's well,
Sorry, I couldn't
but
hear
it's improved coverage,
Really improved thing. You're doing something other than.
grass or mulch or something natural, like. And you're just saying you want to use it as a parking surface. So
We just want to make it beautiful.
I just don't think they're.
Cause the grass always dies and it's just, it's the entire driveway, it's nice, but then to the side of it, it's just. We're not planning to make any plants or,
So the only place
Foundation.
that artificial grass is mentioned in the code is when it's in relations to a driveway. Like as a border or gaps or things like that. So that's what I thought she was asking was, is if she wanted to put in, but
Place the front yard with turf.
no, I don't think that's something that's allowed. Because it's not called out, first of all, as something that's allowed. And then the other effect of the fact is that it's a non-natural material. That's an improvement. But yeah.
But it's
exactly.
pervious and that doesn't
But
matter.
it's not pervious or impervious. It's not a natural material.
Okay,
The pervious and
I
impervious is a
just-
misnomer. It really we need to fix that. It's really about an improvement or nature. So.
and when do we
And
know
also
that?
the fact is
When you
that-
guys know that, please let me know, because I would love to improve if I can.
But it's also,
That was not even something it was it was intentional, the question, but it was just something that if it was okay, then we're gonna go ahead and do it. And if not, then we're not even gonna bother about it and try to make the grass look better and whatnot.
Yes.
What about other types of plants that you might choose other than grass that are maybe shade tolerant? That might be a problem.
Oh, no, yeah, I thought about that, but we don't want to make any decorations. We just want to have it nice and neat and for parking purposes also, so.
Right, but there could be other ground cover that's not grass that could be shade tolerant.
Do you recommend any? No?
Not off the top of my head, but I'm sure that there is.
I can look into
other
it. I was
options.
just thinking turf because it is considered to the city that it's okay to use turf as pervious, so I just thought maybe it would be something, but it was just a question. So I don't want to take too much of your guys' time, but thank you for answering that. Now, I do have a question in regards to carport. As per my understanding, it has to be 20 by 20 aluminum and 5 feet setback.
from the
Is-
side and from the front property line, yes.
Okay, now within that question, 5 feet from the property line, so that's probably gonna make me 20 by 20. If I wanted to go narrower, would I be able to extend it a little farther to fit 2 cars? Like one
mean-
car behind the other?
So 20 by 20, I believe, is the maximum size.
Mm-hmm.
So but I don't think it means that you can be 15 by 25. I don't think, it's not a percentage. It's not like it's called out as like 100 square feet, like a shed. A shed says 100 square feet. So that means it could be rectangular, it can be square. This says, it's pretty clear. It says 20 by 20. So to answer your question, if you want to make it, yeah, it says,
But 20 by
if I
20 will
make it-
fit
I'll be
2
limited to
cars
20 feet by 20
just
feet.
next to each other.
Yeah, but the driveway, we built it as 14.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, you can be less than 20. That's what your question was.
Yeah, can I be less than 20 but lengthier? At least so we can use the driveway, because at this point we can use the driveway, but then we cannot cover the car. And with this heat in Florida, it's unbearable. We're just trying to figure out a way.
But is your house more than 30 feet back from the property line? Because I'm just thinking like 20 feet plus 5 feet front setback, that's 25 feet. So I mean, you're pretty close.
Can I
to your house.
use, yeah, I know. With the 5 feet setback from the property line, right?
From the
Or you
front
have from the
property line,
city.
Yes.
Yeah, that wouldn't give me much, but if I can use that little much, I think it's gonna be 25 feet and if it's so, am I allowed to narrow it down and make it 25? Would it be allowed? And
Um,
if it is property line, why am not allowed to use my property line? Like
Well, it's just,
up to it?
I mean,
If I do have a 5 feet back from the street, but it has to be from the property
on
line.
the property line.
Yikes. Yeah. So no.
Yeah, again, the code just says maximum size of 20 feet by 20 feet. It doesn't say a maximum 400 square feet, right? So.
So it has to be within, it has to be 20 by 20, cannot be, or can it be 14 by 20?
Yeah, it could be 14.
It could be smaller, just one.
But not-
dimension can't exceed
yeah.
20. Want to do 14 by 20, that's totally.
And if it has, the property line has, the property line has, I go back 5 feet, then it's 22, it's not okay.
Yeah, no, the 5 foot is not negotiable. It's gotta be 5 foot setback and then.
Right, and then the additional, I can't, oh, maximum of 20, so there's no way around, okay. And then my neighbor, said it would be, it's totally okay with the setback for the carport, like right by her gate. If she writes a letter and no, there's no variance to that.
That's not how it works now.
Okay.
mean,
So I
there
have
is-
to have setback.
I mean, there's,
It's a variance
There is a
process,
variance
but it's
process
not,
for
it's
it.
not your letter, your neighbor writes a letter. That's not what that process is.
Okay, so it wouldn't help, because I've overheard that and I'm thinking, well, the city has to approve anything before even the neighbor allowing. But if, does that even exist? The neighbor letter
well,
saying that's okay?
It would be considered a testimony in your favor that your neighbor says it's okay.
Mhm.
But it wouldn't be it wouldn't be the excuse to say, yes, you can do it.
Right, it would
that
be
the
up to
neighbors are-
code, yeah.
It would
it'd be
just
able
be,
to-
you would have to prove your case of why you have this hardship that you have to have a roof structure. I take it right up to the property line, is that what you're asking for?
Yeah.
So you'd have to meet the points of a variance of why
It's
you.
not property line, it's to her side, to like to the side, to the.
So it's even
fence.
on her property, it overhangs her property?
No, it doesn't
Okay.
overhang.
So the variance request of applicant, the variance process is there as an, as a, as a,
As an option,
an option, yeah.
okay. 12 good, 14 feet, I guess. Oh, is there any code for mailbox?
There is no code, so I'm gonna defer back to, just first off, the artificial turf in the right of way. I bring up the fact is that our code specifically says what is allowed in the right of way. And astroturf is not, or artificial turf is not something that is an allowable surface in the thing. Same standard, in my opinion, is the mailbox. Mailboxes are not in the code for an allowable right of way, but there's been multiple discussions over mailboxes over the years about allowing them up against the street. And so I don't know, did you get cited for a mailbox or something, or?
No, I want to do the things right before I even get anything. So I came with my mailbox and I saw this wonderful lady. She's always there helping all of us. And she said, I don't have the right answer. It's best that I maybe come and ask you this question. So, and I think what she said and mentioned it to me, which it does make sense. Just so it's up to code, to have it inside of your property line. So can I put it outside or no? Because I see it every neighbor, so we're thinking that's the right way of doing, but then.
So that's the thing is it's become one of those things where people have done it and there's so many people have done it that I've kind of given up on trying to make the argument that it should be on your property.
Right.
Which to me, that's the way code reads it. But there are all these people with mailboxes up against the street, post mailboxes. So to me,
I, to be honest, I think, it helps identify the Amazon or whoever's bringing letter, USPS, UPS. But at the same time, I think it's cleaner
but if you're
to
just
have it
putting a-
inside of your property
you're
line. So
putting
I don't
a
know.
standard post mailbox, I don't think I don't think you would get in trouble. Let's put it that way.
I wouldn't do it standard. I want to make my,
They put a- And they ended up going to the commission and were able to keep it.
yeah, I'm not building a monument, but I'm building something nice out of aluminum with lights and things like that. But then is that allowed? I don't know.
That's what concerns me is what are you planning on the building? You're making it seem like we say yes and then you're with lights and this and that and next thing you know, we
It's a
have
building
something up
permit.
against
No, it's a solar
it's a
light.
structure,
It's solar.
If it's a post with a mailbox, I don't think there'd be an issue, but if it starts becoming like this entire elaborate, like, structure in the right of way, then there's gonna be probably a pushback on it, let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a discrete mailbox post, you see it everywhere, you know, that's one thing. Just be careful with, building anything beyond that.
Okay,
That would be,
And the risk that it's gonna get run over.
and the risk that somebody's gonna.
maybe I
Absolutely
might,
running.
maybe I
It
just.
it
ran
happened to
over.
my neighbor like 3 times.
I
He
might
pulled
just
it
do
back.
that myself. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much, you guys. I'll just have the last question, but I can ask her. For extension, if I don't have time to
I'm gonna let you talk to her.
yes, please, sorry.
And then here's your plan back. I'm gonna give that back to you. All right, you're welcome. All right, let's get back up to the top of our agenda. All right, we got do we have the minutes here? I have the minutes from the August 5th, 2024 meeting. First review. Whatever happened with that guy? He never came back? The guy with the gate on the side that he took out the fence and he, okay. So, but
So
he's
he's deciding.
he's deciding what he's gonna do. And the little trellis over the gate in the front. He's, okay. Okay.
Second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. All right. Back up to the agenda. 6D. I'm sorry, 5D. I'm sorry, excuse me. Mine. 5D, 11935 Northeast Fifth Avenue, temporary construction fence. Okay,
Just resubmitting it to show the fence down the middle. This is the guy that had the double lot that we told me had the fence down the middle.
temporary 1-1. So he's filling in, it looks like the front part of the one side and then down the middle. I guess that's how I'm reading this.
Yeah.
But I thought we approved this the last time.
Just had to submit the drawing.
Second.
All fair to say aye, aye. Motion carries. Okay. All right, next will be 6A, 920 Northeast 117th Street, flat re-roof. We got elections tomorrow. We gotta go vote. This has got a lot of multiple roof levels.
Right.
920 Northeast 117th Street, 920. 920. 920. So this is across the street from the one the new house on the corner almost.
It is like.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of flat roof houses right in there.
Second.
Okay, all in favor say aye. Aye. Carries. Okay, next is gonna be 6D 1014 Northeast 116th Street, flat roof.
Motion to approve?
Scarlett, Ed, all in favor say aye. Aye. Carries 6E 1107 Northeast 117th Street, gravel driveway. Deep Park LLC. Calculations 8.81, 9% seems a little fishy. But it is actually a really big corner yard. I see a survey with nothing on it.
Oh, no, they don't put anything for impervious.
Yeah, because it's gravel and.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Correct that sheets. I think it was a lot coverage.
The two things, they don't have their calculations don't appear to be correct, and we don't have no idea where they're planning to do it. Where's the driveway at? Let's deny it.
Second.
Ed, Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye. The motion to deny is approved.
There's no driveway is indicated on the survey. And.
Yes, insufficient information. Next, 6F 11001 Northeast 8th Court, impact windows and doors. Five windows and two doors. Look like they're bronze. French door, wood door. Oh, it's
2 and 3, which unfortunately one is single home. How one is, I guess it's a bunch of single homes, it's a big open
yeah.
next to the front door, photos. I guess it's like 4 single homes side by side.
Single hung, 36 by 65, and then a picture window, 72 by. It's single hung, picture, single hung, so there's,
It's like,
but they're not the right style, so. I mean, they just did, rollouts, basically, casements, they would all look the same.
codified, is this in the code now?
What?
This language about the uniformity of type.
It was codified, yeah, I mean. So it's all exterior doors on the street facing facade shall be a facade style type of color. So
That was in.
it is in the code, yeah. It's just one of those, remember the thing that came down from the legislature last year where they were kind of gabled roofs and things like that. Well, one of the things that it talked about was windows. So,
No, because I'm
it's one of those, it's a gray area.
I've always personally had a bit of a problem with our denials, so that's why I'm asking if it's clearly expelled out in the code versus before we were just enforcing something because we felt like it.
It was part of the latest code update that we did.
I say deny it.
Is that a motion?
Yep.
Motion. Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion
How
carries.
does that work there, Dave? If I didn't want to second it and stuff?
No, I can
Second,
second.
not-
I technically shouldn't first or something.
Okay, so you second, then I'm gonna dissent on my vote. You'll have your majority. So note that I voted against the denial.
Okay. Two dash one approved, Ed is a no. No, it was approved. Hi there, how are you? Huh? Oh, you're listening, you're watching the video? No. That shouldn't be.
On the agenda anyways.
No, that's why I'm asking you, like, I don't know, Peter.
Well, no, we just approved the minutes from last time and I'm like, well, whatever happened to this guy?
No, but for the game, I'm removing the big, and the first one, I'm fine.
The trellis? Okay. Well, thank you for coming by and telling us that.
You know, I'll work, like, no, just do what you told me to do. Stick to the rules and.
Yeah.
remove the game.
It's probably the easiest thing than trying to go through a variance and all that stuff that you were gonna, it just, yeah. Okay. Okay. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming in for the update. I love that. I've never had that happen before.
Yeah, talking about me, they show up.
Full time.
Yes.
Thanks, sir. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, so we are looking at 6G 11130 Northeast Avenue. Shingle re-roof. Arroyo. Okay, what do we got going on here? Shingles. Okay. Okay. 11130. By the way, they never came back. Are they on the agenda for tonight? No, my neighbors, the ones that wanted to do the shingle roof, then metal roof, and then now they want to do a tile roof, but they can do a green tile roof. Can they make green tile? Well, that, no. Huh?
Look at the package. Nobody's sitting.
Second.
Check if there's a letter, at least tell them that they just need to have an engineer come. See what.
Hold on, let me just, you don't see, you scrolled all the way through the, okay, motion. Second, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, so we're denying that. Okay, 6I 11210 Northeast 10th Avenue, impact doors installation.
Second.
Okay, it's Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye, motion carries. Next is gonna be 6J 11401 Northeast 8th Avenue, wooden fence. not on, yeah, it's not on.
6-foot wood fence.
Well, I don't have to be, but I'm just saying it's, you know, can it zoom out a little bit? Where is that one? Wood fence, board on board, 6 foot high. Okay, where is it located? Oh,
Back.
it's a very interesting survey. 8th Avenue.
It looks like the other side has a wood fence already. They're tying into it.
Okay,
Motion to approve.
it's called Ed on, favor say aye, aye. Motion carries. Okay, 6, 11810 Northeast 9th Avenue, impact windows and doors, UBS. Oh, this is interesting, way of doing your windows. Survey thing, actually superimposing them on there, but. So they're not actually on the front of the house. They look like they're on the side of the house. If you look at that schedule, it says front door. And then horizontal roller, number 2, horizontal,
Looks like they're just doing
like
sliding glass doors.
Right there, there's a couple windows in the bedroom. Yeah.
they look like they're facing the back. Because if the front door is over here.
There is one French door in the front.
Things. Schedule. They don't face the street, so I'm assuming that's the street, the door there.
The application says replacement of 4 doors and 2 windows. I guess those are all like 4 slides. Horizontal rollers.
Second.
Thanks, Scarlett. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. All right. We did for the for tonight.
Motion to adjourn.
And let's just check. Hold on before we go. I know you guys want to get out of here.
The agenda.
So our next meeting is going to be on September 9th, I believe. So the 9th and the 23rd, is everybody going to be able to make the 9th? The week after Labor Day.
Yes.
Okay, so we're good. At least 3 of us, if we could check with, David. And then we have an application, I believe, in for, somebody to join the board.
Oh.
Which is great. Give us a little relief. It is. Yeah. So, have you guys had like play dates with your infant kids?
No, you mentioned,
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying they've, as neighbors,
Yeah,
they've got 2 kids, you got 1 kid.
yeah, no, I don't think I've ever met him other than being here.
Okay.
Plus, the 6th Avenue divide.
You don't go over there, huh? All right, so I have a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, we are adjourned at 8:00.